Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be sharing my long-term review of the Fujifilm XT5, which is this camera right here. I've had this camera since the last of August, and it's been a blast using this camera. So this video is all about this camera, its usage, and why I invested in this camera. So let's get to it right away. As I said, I spent almost a year using this camera, and I've taken this camera literally everywhere, from daily life adventures to a trip across Europe, going out with friends and family, a music festival, fun collaborations, and even at two of my friends' weddings. I've carried it in my Shimoda bag, the Moment Everything bag, the Peak Design sling, and even the tiny Moment fanny bag. This camera has truly become my ideal walk-around daily companion. Long story short, I'm in love with this camera. I've walked a lot, carried this tiny setup almost everywhere. After a few months, I've finally gotten used to this camera, and it has really impressed me. Not just for photos, but for videos as well. The sensor is great, and it really makes photography fun for me. That being said, it brings us to why I invested in this camera. This isn't my first Fuji camera. Before this, I owned the Fujifilm X100F that I got early in 2018, which I still own and absolutely adore. The X100F has been my true pocket travel camera before this, and I've had the most fun shooting with this beautiful piece of equipment. With that, I was already into the Fujifilm ecosystem, the settings, and most importantly the Fuji tones and colors that I really like. But I wanted something where I could change lenses and also have a bigger sensor with more megapixels. And the Fujifilm XT5 fit like a perfect fit. The build quality is quite robust, and I'm not going into the specific details of the specs and other things about the camera. This video will be more about the real life scenarios and my personal experience using this camera. Overall, everything feels great, including the buttons. I also use the small rig grip for the XT5. It adds a little extra chunk and grip that I really like, and it also has a built-in Arca Swiss mount, which is excellent for quick tripod setups without having a base plate on the camera. I also like the fact that this camera has dual SD card slots. Moving on to the lenses. For lenses, I picked the ones that fit my needs with this particular camera. I want something light and compact for everyday travel scenarios, and that is the reason I have the Sigma 1850 2.8 as my main lens, which is essentially equivalent to 2470 on an APS-C camera body. And I also have the Fuji 35 f2, and both of these are really fantastic lenses. Sigma is quite versatile and great for all kinds of scenarios, while the Fuji is perfect for portraits or when I want to stick to one focal length for street photography or everyday use. Both of these lenses pretty much fit anywhere, and my favorite way to travel with this is in a sling. It all fits really nicely, and it's not a lot for the shoulders. I also used the Sigma 10 to 18mm for about a month on my trip, and it was really incredible for those really wide shots. I might just invest in that lens in the future, as sometimes you just need those wide shots, and I really like how the 1850 performs with the Fujifilm ecosystem. There are some other Fuji lenses that I would love to try and own in the future, but maybe that's for the future, and I would love to own the f1.4 series from Fuji, and because I've heard some great things about it. When shooting, especially for travel and spontaneous moments, I really like to keep it simple and clean. The XT5 allows me to quickly switch from photo to video or set up for a quick tripod shot without any hassle. The image quality that comes out of this for both photos and videos is pretty great considering the size, the price, and everything involved. But I mostly shoot RAW for photos. I really like to play with the tones. I have baked in JPEG recipes on my Fuji X100F, but with the extra megapixels on the XT5, I love to play around with the tones on Lightroom, and I also have been using Dehancer for Lightroom for my photos. I made a video about my workflow, and I will link it in the description. For videos, I always shoot in f-log2. It gives me a lot of control again in my post workflow. Now let's take a look at some pictures and video I've captured with the XT5. So sit back and relax. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Overall, again, I'm in love with this camera and I'm really excited to keep this as my everyday and travel camera. I'll be posting more content in the future covering everything related to photography, filmmaking, care, and also a lot of BTS content that's coming from my client and commercial shoots. So guys, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment, and that'll really help me keep making these videos in the future. Thank you for watching and see you soon on the next one.